Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Come on, people. Come on in the room.
Come on in the room.
Jesus is my doctor.
And he
Writes out all of my scriptures.
and he
He brings all of my medicine in
in
the
the room.
Look at that.
Yes.
He's in the room.
He's in the room.
In the room.
In the room.
Whatever you need.
He's in the room.
So I sing this every Monday, and sometimes Cedric will cooperate. Sometimes he like he don't know the song in his life. Okay, so hey Frankie, how you doing? Happy Monday. You been behaving, Frankie? Because you know how to act right sometimes. Lord, I got me a come on in the room partner.
There you go.
In the room.
Look, didn't you do it, children?
Cedric, you ain't gonna join in, guy.
It's in the room.
Whatever you need.
In the room.
Oh.
I don't know that old one. Lord, come on in. Tell us where you from. Cedric already starting this stupid Richmond Heights foolishness. Lena, we already know where you from. Look, he said, don't start, Cedric. You know it. He already talking about Richmond Heights, Florida.
You better know it.
Robert, write all my dictions. I mean scriptures. Ooh. Hey, Miss Jessica. Frankie said, what do you think? Happy Monday. Yeah, not behaving. Lena from APK. Y'all, we got a good topic tonight. Boy, look at here. Have anybody seen
What it are?
Put a Ring on It? It's on OWN. Has anybody seen this? All I want to know. Have you seen it?
I saw it.
Have you seen it? First of all, I'm just glad I got Cedric to watch it because he don't watch hardly anything. I made a sweet potato pie. How was it, Rob? You made a sweet potato pie. Was it good or was it nasty? And tell the truth.
I know, right?
Did people make? Did you have to make people eat it, or was it?
All right, email me a piece.
Did you? She said, "We watching it now for real." Okay, listen. Yeah, you and Mike watch that. We're gonna talk about that. You and Mike watch that. So, hey, Lashana, how you doing, girl? So first of all, nigga, don't work for y'all. Oh, no, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Right there.
Hold on. I was trying to find. Did it go? Because I don't know if I saved it when I did it earlier. Boom, 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 boom. So I guess it didn't save.
What is that?
He asked me what this was, Felicia, on the screen. My title.
That ain't right. Is it called with lipstick?
That's what I was saying. Lipstick Chronicles. It's a typo.
Though I said, what is that?
And she being smart, like she doing some lip chronicle. What kind of mess?
Yeah.
I wish I had a supportive husband. I wish I had one. Can we have this one? Come, Jesus.
With the Edgewater, I don't know how to spell that.
Oh, you know what? Rob said, no, it was from Aunt Patty's at Walmart. Laugh out loud, boom. You done.
Oh.
So you made it by putting it up and warming it up. I can't. This is first time I watched it from season 1. I watched season 1 too. I just got Cedric to start watching it. I think he might have seen one episode, but
I saw part of the first one, and the second one is what I watched.
Okay, so Frankie says, why somebody got to be on here whenever I'm on here? You know what? I can't deal with him. Right. I can't.
We ain't gonna talk about home business on here. This we in front of company.
What is this? Sure did. The Bible says
something about the pie, I guess.
What the Bible say about the pie? Just tell me that because I'm missing that part. What does the Bible say about the pie? You know, God is everywhere.
He made the pie. I guess he warmed it up.
No, he said he made it. He was lying. That was a
omission. Yeah,
a misappropriation of the truth.
It depends on his definition of made. He warmed it up. He bought it.
Yeah. Anyway, on this wonderful Monday. What name you want to know? Because I know Felicia. What name I should be telling people? Felicia. What I know?
Felicia. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Felicia. Mm-hmm.
Click that. Earl said. Bible said something. I don't know. The Bible says we better high. Earl. That's why you can't have family members on your stuff right there. All right. So we have my girl Felicia on here, who's going to talk about an event she has coming up. July what?
7th, Wednesday, 2 days.
Oh, 2 days.
2 days.
What time does it start?
5:30 doors open. Mix and mingle time for an hour, and we get into the nitty gritty at 6:30.
Now, why is you having this on a school night?
Because there's no school.
Right. I was being funny. That's right. The bishop on the side got it right. Laugh out loud. Warm it up.
Warmed it up.
You go. Thou shalt warmeth it up.
So, Felicia, tell us what Lipstick Chronicles are. We gonna be there putting on lipstick? What we doing?
It's for the women to come in, and we're going to talk about any and everything, as the flyer says, unfiltered, unadulterated, unrestricted conversation dealing with sex and self-exploration.
Wait a minute. Wait. She said self-exploration. What does that mean?
Getting to know yourself. So for one, this is powered by my company, which is called Unisoul, which is life strategizing. And so this is one concept of it. So with the Lipstick Chronicles, that's when this one is all women, but then it will be co-ed later on. But this one is geared toward women being able to come together and talk about the things that mama didn't tell us, as well as the things that we too embarrassed to talk to our friends about. And we can do it in a safe place with anonymity. So during the mix and mingle time, that is when, yes, unfiltered.
First of all,
oh my God, Earl.
With me. First of all, Felicia worse than me. I just want y'all just know me, but Felicia worse than me. And she'll cut you, and you don't even know you've been cut to by like the pink meat be showing. You know, you get cut with pink meat, and after a while, you be like,
I think it's the white meat.
The white meat, but then by the time it started bleeding, you like, wait a minute, I ain't know cut. Anyway, Earl, finish talking, honey. The unfiltered. What your mama didn't tell you.
Yeah, what your mom didn't tell you for whatever reason. Maybe she didn't know. Maybe she never had a talk about anything. Maybe she was never in a position to be comfortable to talk to her parents, so she don't know how to talk to her daughter about anything. And case in point, my mom's mother passed when she was 2. So she never had that talk. So she got what she got from her older sisters in regards to knowing anything. So of course she didn't know how to talk to me about anything. To this day, my mom still has not talked to me about sex. I don't want to hear about it, but she has not. But this is a time where we can just kind of come together, and we're in a safe environment. It's just women, no men there, and we can talk about things on the complete spectrum, dealing with trauma, all the way to uncovering your inner freak, or how to suppress your inner freak. Maybe you got a problem with your inner freak. Your freak.
No, don't. Let me take some notes.
Why he taking that? Why he done got my pad, my paper? What we writing now?
You're not suppressing. Don't suppress nothing.
He put
sometimes somebody's inner freak needs to be suppressed because they're having issues with some trauma that they haven't let surface. That's what I mean by that.
Look at that.
So will you be covering different tips and tricks and things of that nature?
He's so stupid.
If they want to talk about it, absolutely. Because the thing about it is this event is audience led. So whatever they put on the card, whatever they want to talk about, if they want to talk about how do I start off doing anal, let's talk about it.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Whoa, wait.
Will there be tutorials?
Okay.
I don't know, on every whatever. I'm not gonna be there. It's a lipstick woman thing. I'm just asking because people want to know.
Want to make sure my pulse was still there. We was checking.
Yeah, people want to know.
Okay.
Well, giving unto God who's first in my life, passing the first lady.
Tutorials.
Woo! I ain't grown enough yet. Well, what is your ultimate goal? Like, I know you want people to have a conversation, but after
that, Because of course we can't spend a lot of time. And as I started out by saying that I am doing life strategy with clients, so that hopefully those who attend will then want to book sessions with me, and then they don't have to worry about the anonymity because they'll automatically have it with me and not in front of an open session. And then we can go from there and go deeper into whatever it is they want to talk about.
Look at your hype team over here, Veronica. Unisol by Felicia.
That's what I'm talking about.
So,
Oak Ridge and I
actually think it's a very good thing that be able to have an open conversation. I really hope people will open up and talk, because a lot of times people wait on somebody else to bring up something. They're not as free to talk about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even times we've had where people would ask questions. The question was so ambiguous that it could have went either way.
Right.
So, and the people are not always free to elaborate. You know, they won't.
I'm asking for
Right.
No, but I'm saying, like, if they ask a question like, you know, my husband don't think that, you know, I want sex enough, or I'm sexy, or I don't know how to do that because of some trauma, then well, they say I want sex enough. Then your question is like, you know, did you have trauma? There's follow-up questions, but if the person is not free to share. So my thing is that this is good. It's healing if people participate, because you never know what it is that people have going on in their life. Lord, the gangster boo is Angie is coming out to Jordan said, Lord Jesus. I don't know what Earl talking about. But hopefully people will take advantage of what you have going on. It is this Wednesday.
Yes.
5:30 doors open for an hour of Mix and Mingle. What does Mix and Mingle mean? You have my drinks or something?
I will. There will be because it's the version of this is Lipsticks and Libation. So we will have food and drinks, and then we will also have live music. I'm not sure if you're familiar with David Stewart. He's a saxophonist. So he will be serenading through saxophone throughout the time period of that hour. So he plays at a lot of local events. He's stationed at Jazz Tastings as one of their staple musicians. So he'll be there for that Mix and Mingle hour, and we'll get right into it at 6:30. So again, the women who come, they'll put their comments or what it is that they want to talk about on cards, and they will keep it. If they put their name on it, they put their name on it. Or once we start discussing it and they raise their hand and say, well, I asked this because, okay, well, then everybody know it's you. But it starts out with everybody in regards to being anonymous. Now, the other part of it is we will, I'm sure, have women there who are quiet and low key, laid back, but they'll get the opportunity to hear the things that they want to know, that they are just too quiet and laid back. They're wallflowers and they just don't talk to anybody about it. So I know a few people who are like that, and it's like, I really want to come because even their culture, like I have some people who are coming and their culture, they say, our parents don't talk about that. They don't do this. We just have to figure it out on our own. So I'm looking forward to coming. And I was like, you're the reason why I'm having this. So I'm excited about that because it gives us an outlet in a safe, like I said, safe environment, meaning it's non-judgmental. So that allow people to say, okay, well, I asked this question, but I didn't ask it per se. And they can get some feedback on it.
Well, honey, I'm trying to get my nerve up so I can go. I don't go nowhere. I'm still COVID in shock.
Scared.
Yeah. People laugh because, honey, I order my groceries. I do everything. So I'm trying to get my life together.
Well, come on out and put your mask on.
Stay away from me.
Yeah. Don't. And the venue is going to be spaced out. So it's not where chairs are right next to each other and you like, dang, they right here and she right here and this person right here behind me. So it's spaced out. So it is COVID friendly in regards to the environment.
Okay. Well, we definitely appreciate when we get finished tonight, I will put up your flyer. I think you sent it to me. Maybe
I did.
I don't think you did. I think you might
I
have.
did.
I will also put up the link to your Eventbrite where you can purchase your tickets. Go and support. We say we support each other and support each other's business. You got somebody trying to help our community, help our women, help our people.
Right.
Hopefully we can.
Some of you married fellas need to go and buy that ticket for your lady. She can go down there and figure it out.
Sure do. It'll help you at the house.
I'm trying to tell you.
Well, Tanja, this is Felicia. She is having Lipstick Chronicles Wednesday night, and it's going to be for ladies to come and have an open discussion. She said talk about anything from trauma to healing things your mom didn't talk to you about, things you got going on, just whatever. And so it's a place where we can have some open dialogue. And so
Lipstick and libations.
No, it's actually Lipstick Chronicles. She had Lipstick and Libations, but now she in the Chronicles. She doing the Chronicles. Like Cat Williams had Pimp Chronicles, she doing the Chronicles.
Oh, see, I almost said something right there.
I'm glad you didn't. Let Lord use it. Let me use it. Look, I still put Lip Chronicle. Okay, my bad. I hate the wrong one. Don't judge me.
Lord, I'm telling you.
All right. Thank you, Felicia. We're going to get on to this topic that we have tonight. But I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for coming through.
We'll post everything on our page, and so we can get to some people come in and hope to have some conversation.
No problem. And I do want to say I do have 2 free tickets. So the 15th person to like my page and inbox me, you got 2 tickets at the door.
Well, what page is that?
Unisoul by Felicia on Facebook, Risky Biz on Instagram, Risky Biz 15 on Instagram.
Unisoul by Felicia.
My name on here on the bottom. Oh, it's gone. My name on the bottom. Unisoul by Felicia is the Facebook page.
Okay, what's the other one?
Risky Biz, BIZ 15 on Instagram.
15 Instagram.
He always say Instagram.
Instagram.
All right, guys. Be the 15th person to like her page
by Felicia on the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
Risky Biz 15 on Instagram.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Love you all.
Love you too.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I mean, oh, she closed that. All right, guys. So tonight we are talking about OWN has a show called Put a Ring on It. This is the 2nd season, and we're going to talk about some stuff that we saw. So they have 3 couples,
right? And
the premise of the show is that you have 3 couples that have been together for a long periodical time.
A periodical.
You remember that thing? The girl said, a long periodical time. It was wrong. She was messing up. So anyway, it is the thing is that they have been in a relationship and somebody wants to get married. It's the woman. I don't know if I've ever seen where it was a guy. The woman. No, actually, Hollywood did. Okay.
Because she asked her, she said no.
So they want to get married. They want to get married. And so the show is with the counselor. Her name is Dr. Nicole. Dr. Nicole takes them through a series, but they go out and date other people. So they go, now these people are not married. Now, this is not something you ever do with a married person. That's not what we're doing. But it's the couple.
Why you don't do that?
First, like they had the guys went on a date with a girl. It looks like they kind of talk to the guy and figure out what he likes.
Yeah.
What he's lacking.
And get something close to
that.
Right.
Because when the girl comes up, is you like when they leave, they're like, oh, she was fun, or oh, she had nice shape, or she looked like this. And so they go on a date, they come back, everybody in the room, they ask, how was the date? They talk about it, and then they ask, do you want to go on a date with that person again? Or do you want to try somebody else? And so the issue comes when the person says, I enjoyed myself, I want to date this, I want to go back on a date with this person again.
Right.
Because they like, again, wait a minute. It's like a whole nother thing.
Right.
So we want to talk about it. So we have three couples. We have Rhonda and Jay. Rhonda is the breadwinner. Jay is, he said, a comedian. No, an actor, and
he said he's some
he's an entertainer.
Right.
And he wants to wait till he is financially set to get married. Here's the thing that I find difficult with that.
What's the thing?
Y'all already live together.
Right.
So what is the difference? You're already, like, if your reasoning is, I want to wait till I'm financially set, if y'all were dating and living in separate houses, I could more see that, or see that more, however you want to say it.
Right.
But
well, I can understand it both ways.
How?
Because the conventional model of the marriage is that the man is the provider in the relationship. So he may not want to.
Please like this and share it to your page so we can get these numbers going tonight.
Yeah, he may not want to be married until he feels like he's able to do that financially, even though they are living together.
Okay, so if you're living with somebody and y'all already doing everything in the house, how does a man then come back and say, well, I want to be financially stable? Because wouldn't you want to be financially stable if you're in the house with her too?
Well, it's not the same thing, because when you're married, it's like a contract. It's harder to just walk away. Like right now, if he left, there's no anything. Well, no recourse, no nothing. Like, but if you married, there's recourse. You have to get go to an arbitrator, a divorce, a court, something. There's steps that have to be taken before you're actually legally.
But
separate.
I think they bought their house together.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Okay, this Earl says Jay wants to be able to give her a proper wedding, but he never said he wanted to give her a proper wedding. He said that he wants to be financially stable. Yeah. But if we're playing house already.
No, but like I said,
I get what you're saying, but for a woman, that makes no sense to me. The difference to me is that there is usually no true or stable reason for commitment.
Right.
I think.
What you think?
Okay, this is the thing. If he was a dog, so let's just go. So LaRonda went on a date. The guy came in, peace and blessings. He was you call it great. He was not happy. No. He was the night before, he was getting sick.
No, that was the night during the day.
No. They said the night before he was sick. Before the guy came, she said, "You're doing better." He had been sick or whatever the night before. What's that? Sean isn't. I don't know what that means, Lena. So she.
Oh, she say Sean. I think she meant to put Sean isn't it, right? Wasn't the dude named Sean that she went with or something?
Oh, I don't know.
I think his name was Sean or something.
So anyway, so she did one of the date. The guy is like losing his mind at home. He said that he's a very emotional person. He's either smiling, laughing, or crying. LaRonda and Sean. No, it's Jay.
No, his name is Sean. That's right.
I looked on. I got this offline.
No, that dude name is Sean because it's spelled weird. Just like
maybe.
That.
Hold on. Look.
Yeah.
Let me quit telling people's name. But anyway, it may be LaRonda and Sean.
I think the dude who she went on a date with name was Jay.
Okay, they didn't give me. Anyway, she on the date. He's doing push-ups, doing everything else. But check this out. So he calls his friend. He's losing it. This is a bad idea. I should never went on this, blah, blah. Then he starts crying. And then he starts throwing up.
He went in the bathroom before he did that.
Well, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying that's what he did.
Yeah, it did make a difference because he was in the bathroom. You can only speculate that he was throwing up.
No, but he said it. He said
I'm trying to help the brother.
So tell me this. Can a man be too sensitive? I don't want no crying behind man like that. I don't know if I missed something. I don't want season two. I don't want a man that cry like that. I mean, can a man be too sensitive?
Look, you blocking me from doing what I need to do to be sensitive as I need to be. That's the problem.
Help me. I need to listen. Come on, help me, y'all, because I'm trying to figure this out. Amelia say true, right. Lena said yes, they can. That's a turnoff for me. It is, I mean, it is the biggest turnoff for me. I'm just gonna tell you. Danny said, no, a man can't listen.
Look, they got his name wrong. His name is Sean.
No, but see, listen, Lena, look, you see it right there, Jay. See, his name might be Jay, and they call him Sean, if that's the case. But I know I looked it up earlier. So Danny says a man can't be too sensitive.
Who said that?
Danny Cole. Now we respect and love Danny Cole. He is a good friend of ours, Danny Cole.
Yeah, but I
don't
disagree. Think he have in mind this guy. That dude cried like 3-4 times a day.
That dude cried.
He
frequently cried. Like he
like
is
all the time.
Like no, I don't. There's times that I'm having a lot of emotional things going on in my life. I don't want Cedric beat me crying, and so she started crying because he was crying. I was like, wait a minute. I don't think we allow our men to show their sensitive side. They do have emotions too. Mildred, I'm not saying that. The question was, can they be too sensitive? I agree that men should cry. I think that they should. We talk about that to our children. Allow you to express your feelings. But if a man is crying frequently, that's a problem. That's some therapy need to be happening there.
Yeah, so that's his name is Jay Sean.
Oh, his name is Jay Sean. Okay, yeah. So we both was right. So JT says they were trying to protect his identity. Right. It ain't help. Mm-hmm. He has something internally going on with him. I agree. Amelia says a man or a woman can be considered too sensitive. I agree, but
that's true too.
I agree. The only reason I'm saying this is that
it's more accepted when the woman does it, though.
Right, but there is. I can express my feelings. You can express your feelings. You can cry.
Right.
However, you crying about every situation is a problem. That would be. I don't feel secure in that. Now, if you crying more than me,
maybe you just hard.
Dennis said, based on whose definition of too sensitive, I'm asking you guys for your opinion. For me, he's entirely too sensitive. That is too much.
Yeah, everybody has their own barometer.
Okay, you saw him. Do you think that he's too sensitive?
It don't matter to me.
I'm just asking for your opinion.
Yes, I do. Well, I don't know if it's too sensitive. I'm gonna say he cries a little bit too much. How about that?
Okay, Mildred says, how do we measure too sensitive? Everybody's measure is different.
It's different, right?
Because I couldn't be in a relationship with him. I've actually broken up with somebody because they was too sensitive. I can't do this.
But his own admission said that he was emotional and very sensitive. He said that about himself.
He said he's very emotional. He said either he got a big old smile or he's crying. He said he's too sensitive. So, and if you describe yourself as too sensitive, you already know you're sensitive.
Right.
Lena said, got it. Amelia said, if anyone is crying too frequently, it can be a problem. Correct. I'm not addressing, I think y'all focusing on, I'm saying we're talking about a man. We're talking about that because we're reviewing this particular show and he was the one that was doing it.
Right.
If it was a woman that was doing it, we would talk about that. So we're not talking about bias. We're talking about the fact that he was talking. So it's not about what a woman can do and a man can do. Right now, we're talking about this particular guy and he was crying frequently. And there's been 2 shows. He done cried on both and cried multiple times on one.
Right.
That's too much.
JT said, was it a dad in the home? And the answer is yes.
Yes, but there's trauma with the dad. The dad used to come home, bring the check, but be gone. Right. And then
so he took care of him financially, but I guess he wasn't there enough mentally, emotionally, and all those type of things.
All right. It's not always accepted when a woman shows a level of It's not always accepted when a woman shows a certain level of sensitivity.
That is correct.
I don't get what it means.
She was just saying, we said a woman can be too sensitive as well.
Right. But again, we're not talking about y'all making it about man versus woman. We're not. We are talking about a man being too sensitive. It ain't got nothing to do with a woman at this point. Yeah. We're talking about this particular guy who stated that he's sensitive, that has shown that he is sensitive, that out of 2 episodes, he's cried at least 4 times. That's too much, in my opinion. And so I'm asking everybody because everybody's barometer of sensitivity is different.
Right.
For me. And I'm asking different people on here. Like I always tell I want Cedric to have a safe place. And there's been times that he has stuff going on. I'm there. But there's a level where if you crying every day, We need to get some counseling. First of all, we wouldn't have made it to marriage like that. Not for me. But then it says, can a man be too loving, too caring, too forgiving?
I think it might be able to be. I don't know.
I know.
Can't handle love like that.
I know he can be too forgiving because you got some men that got a woman that's just off the chain doing stuff and they keep forgiving over and over again. So right. Yes. All right. Yeah, he needs to sit on somebody's sofa. Exactly, Michelle. Yeah. All right. Earl says a man should
not be overly sensitive, but he has to be an emotional anchor, because how is your woman going to lean on you emotionally when you're also crying like Babyface?
This dummy say like Babyface. Mildred says, I typed that before you said it. Okay. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, we're talking about this specific case.
So I want to do this disclaimer. I am not trying to say that men should not cry and explore their emotions. We tell our sons when they get something, I was like, let it out, cry. You go through those emotions because especially when you feel like you are bottled up and things are happening.
Right.
Then if you don't purge that, it comes out in other ways, anger or whatever the case may be. So we're not at all saying men should not cry. Not at all.
Right.
But the men, like Earl said, are the anchor, and you want your anchor to be sturdy. Doesn't mean that it doesn't sway, but it needs to be sturdy. Okay, go ahead.
We were saying that regardless of man or woman, yes, if he cries that often on the show, yes, he's too sensitive. Or he cried like, no, you all the time. Like,
no, but like everything they said, it was like, like, I ain't talking about like just a tear.
No.
Okay, listen. And if you got a man that gets touched when things happen, they have, a couple tears. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like
he's snotting, crying like he just got a whooping.
Yes, that's the problem I have.
He just got a spanking.
Like, come on, dude, man that up. Like, man, he was losing it.
My dad.
She on a date. I shouldn't have did this. Like, oh my God. All right. So honestly, I feel like sometimes people use tears because it gives them attention and they want to be the victim. At some point, you got to stop making tears and started making changes. Absolutely.
Right.
We all have trauma. JT, y'all got father issues. How y'all deal with them is different. You deal with different, then Seth deal with different. However, at some point, you had to say, I'm not going to be my daddy. You had to say, I'm not going to be my daddy. And then y'all became your own men. You both have families. You both have children, and you are both there. You know what I'm saying? You said, I will not. You saw this model, say this is not good. It didn't feel good to me. So I'm not going to do it. And that's just what I'm saying, that what you said, I'm agreeing with you saying that you got to start making some changes. Right. And I applaud both of you because you didn't go with what you saw or didn't see. You figured out what you would have wanted.
Right.
And then you did that and made it happen for somebody else. So your family got a different version of Thomas.
A man needs to control their emotions and share their emotions when needed. Mike. So that's for Mike.
Mike.
Appreciate that, Mike.
Mike, I appreciate you chiming in because I need some more male input. Michelle says, I agree. I have 3 sons. They definitely need to get it out. Correct. Like they get traumatized, especially if you got daddies that's not involved, or when you got the world telling them they're not good enough, or they don't got all the stuff that everybody else have. There's trauma that comes along with that. He may have abandonment issues.
He got some issues.
I don't know if it's abandonment because
his daddy was there. He just wasn't there in the capacity that he would have liked. But
so it's still abandonment because he abandoned him emotionally.
I guess so, yeah.
So you're right, Mildred.
Cry at appropriate times, for example, funeral, when a brother start crying at a sad movie or a small emotional moment, then he got a problem.
But this is the thing, Earl. Now, Earl, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, well, it like you said, a few tears, but if you snotting crying.
But I'm saying, but now there may be something one day that come up.
No, he said that at a movie.
Well, I'm just saying, but there may be something one day that come up. You know, like things can be on TV, something can happen and it do something to you.
Yeah.
And if you start crying, if you start crying, even like when old boy cried, I wouldn't be like, oh, what's wrong with you? Because I'm gonna know that came from a place because that's not who you normally, you are. That's not how you express your emotions
all the time, right?
And so that's fine to express your emotions. We just don't want to say that that's cool to be crying like that all the time. Like,
well, not just that. The brother just needs some help. He need to get some help.
He does need some help.
So before he can be in a relationship with somebody, which the doctor there is a relationship person, he need to figure out what's going on with him, because he can't effectively love someone or be there for someone else when he don't have himself together. That's more my angle of it.
Well, and that's okay. So everybody before you get married needs to be a whole person. We come to the marriage saying, I'm bringing, it's 50-50. I tell you this all the time. You don't want half of anything. You don't want half of a car, half of a house, half of a sandwich. You don't want half of anything. You want a whole whatever you get. Right. So you don't want half your paycheck if you worked all your hours. So come bringing your best version of you. Right. No, not best version. Yeah, best version. Bring all of you, though. Bring you whole, like whole and healthy. Like if you're damaged and you come into a marriage damage, you bring in all that damage with you, and your spouse now has to help you or deal with the backlash of your damage.
Right. Well, but again, that's best case scenario, because most people are not going to do that before they get married. All right. Danny says, let that man be sensitive. He's getting obsessed with his feminine side. Now, if he shows up on the next episode with a dress on, we might need to have a conversation.
You know what, Danny? You are too funny.
Hey, ain't no telling.
JT say 100. I applaud both of y'all. Yeah. I mean, you're not to put it out there. JT is Cedric's brother, and you know they have like a bunch of siblings.
Yeah,
whatever the number is. But they determined that they were going to be fathers and husbands, and they did that. And that's just what we're saying to this gentleman. You got trauma. A lot of people have daddy issues. A lot of people have mama issues.
Right.
Deal with whatever your issues are.
But at some point, you gotta deal with it.
You have to make a decision to change.
Be a victim your whole life.
Right.
And he's 37 years old, so it's time to maybe deal with it.
There's two letters difference between victim and victor. You choose. Yashika says, straight facts, whole. When you come into a relationship and you broken, you ain't gonna you cannot have a healthy relationship.
No way.
If one person is broken, it's not possible.
Or two broken people.
Two broken people is even worse.
Complete mess.
It's more worse.
Not more worse.
Listen. So, anything else you want to say? Mm-hmm. And they've been together for. I don't know what they say.
Let me see if I still.
Hold on. 3 years. So you still trying to figure it out. What does his wife, girlfriend say? She was just caressing him, rubbing his head.
She was making decisions based on his fragility.
He didn't want to go. She didn't want to go on the next date because she think it was going to be too much for him.
Right.
So then, why are you on the show? Because you're not. What the lady says, you're not true to the process.
Right.
Because if you're making decisions based on him, right, you already know he's going to be crying.
Correct.
So then you should just go home, because you're not going to do what's good for you on the date.
But see, I think really, to be honest with you, that she was just reciprocating because he didn't go on a second date with the first girl because he wanted to not get in trouble by doing something inappropriate with her because of.
See, I got to go back and look. Because Cedric said that's not what I saw, but okay. So
that's exactly what he said. My question is, Mrs. Mildred, by the way, whose idea was it to be a part of the show? Did he or she initiate the idea? If it was her, then he might need to rethink their relationship.
Well, I
think they have to mutually agree to
but I think it may have been her, because usually the person that feel like we've been stuck for a while wants to go on the show to see if I'm what you really want or you want something else.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was like, I want to just go on a date, but I want you to get, sometimes women get frustrated. They're like, I don't know how to get you out of this rut. You don't want to marry me. We've been together. You say you love me.
Well, don't get it wrong. The date is not the whole premise of the show. The whole thing is to figure out if we're going to be compatible together. If so, how does that process look to move us toward our goal? If not, then we just go our separate ways and be through with it.
And guys, take a minute to share this to your page so people can join in on this. All right, Michelle says you have to stop being a victim. Most of the time, it's a generational curse. Someone has to break it. Absolutely. I applaud babe for breaking that thing.
And
JT, I'm giving you a high five.
High five.
A virtual.
Over the interwebs.
Over the interwebs. Right. That's the That show is so dumb to me. It's not though. It's really not, because
Well, if you've been with somebody 14 years and y'all ain't married, that's dumb.
that's dumb.
That's real dumb.
So these people are going on this show because we've been in this relationship. We're not progressing to marriage, and we are not. You saying you want to be with me,
Right.
but you don't want to move forward.
It don't take 14 years to decide if this is the one to marry now.
No,
It don't.
and like some people, 4 years, 3 years. It is not dumb. To me, this is my opinion. It's not dumb if you don't feel like you're going anywhere. I want Cedric to marry me. He's not marrying me. We need to see if we what we really want.
Right. All right. So let's get with the comments are going crazy here. Mitch said, I was holding broken when I got married. I didn't know I was broken until I got married and stuff showed up.
Mildred, now that was me.
And that's normally how it goes. That's why I said in a perfect world, you do the work before you get married.
Yeah, but most time you don't. I was broken. I didn't know I was broken
So
like that
you
either.
just have to do it after you get married. Exactly. I'm not protecting your feelings if we both signed up for this experience.
Correct.
Right. Earl say, I back Mildred on that one.
Right.
Michelle says, I agree. That's why I stopped shaking. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Stop
shaking. What? You was a shake dancer? What you talking about?
Says, if you're on that show, then you audition to be a side chick or a side dude. Oh, I miss you, Sheikahs.
Go ahead.
It says, yes, but you shouldn't need a show for that. Well, it's not the show. It's supposed to be the process of figuring out your relationship. So it's in essence, they're getting counseling, but we're all watching it.
Okay, and you say you should need a show for that, but you shouldn't need 14 years to be together, decide whether y'all gonna still be boyfriend, girlfriend.
Right.
So there's a lot of you shouldn't.
We really go together now after 14
We go together
years.
for 14 years.
We really go together.
You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of times, like, we're looking at the perfect world, but it's people that be together for a long periodical time.
Listen, but aren't they shacking?
Oh, Shaq, okay, I get it.
I can see it from that point of view. Okay, yeah.
Trust the process.
That's right. No, but this is the thing though, right? If you've been together for 14 years and like I said, you haven't been able to get over that hurdle, I think you'll take any kind of help.
Right. Listen, if you ever knew the inboxes and the stuff that we trying to get people with they problems, you'd be like, in our mind, we're like, why would you be in that? Right. But until you're in it,
right. I love this person. I want to be with this person. They ain't discussing nothing about no marriage.
Ain't trying to look at marriage.
Whoever is willing to help, if I think they got something that's going to work, because a lot of times they'll be like, well, if I go out with somebody else and you care anything about me, you're not going to like that. You're going to get yourself together. Right. Is what conventional wisdom would say. But
all right. So JT has a question.
Okay, JT says she was in public school less time than a relationship. What's left to figure out?
But you and she what she's saying is I met him as a child, as a kid,
a teenager, yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna go to another couple. We have established that Jay Sean, Jay
LaRonda
is sensitive in the mug. Love should have brought you
right.
All right, so now we're gonna talk about the 14 years. All right, Alexia and Darren.
Right, is that Darren or Darion?
Darion, whatever. Yeah. So Alexia is a former professional basketball player that played overseas for 6 years. Right. Darian is from the group
Field Mob.
Right. So, they both travel back and forth, live in the house together. This is the thing too. All of them live together, which is so amazing to me. And I'm old school. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Right. So why would I marry you?
But this is the thing. Why would I move in with you if I don't want to marry you? I don't understand it either. From my point of view, but I'm different. My mind think different.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
if I don't want to marry you, I'm not moving in with you.
If I have if I don't see you as my future,
right? We're not moving in together because that's a lot of stuff to undo when I get ready to leave.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
The lease and all this.
Right. Okay.
And then women be trying to break up your stuff and burn it up and wait next year. No.
Look.
No.
Michelle, why you with them eyes from like that? Oh, you said something about Shaq earlier.
You stay over there.
So
I'll visit.
but then
none of that.
she's like, woo, Jesus. So you think about stuff now that your parents said when you get older.
Yeah.
But we see so many people in these situations where they move in together and then that's their permanent state.
Yeah, but the funny thing is with them, like that's common law after 10 years or so, ain't it?
Mhm,
So
and-
at court, they pretty much married in the eyes of law anyway.
Right.
After 14 years of cohabitating.
You can even add them to your insurance, I think, after if you're common law married.
Yeah. So
Okay, so he said he didn't want the fun to stop and all this stuff, but then he also said she's not fun anymore.
fun already gone.
So the thing that gets me is that they send somebody that the person would like to you. Like they ain't gonna just send somebody that you don't like. They have paid attention. I'm sure they did questionnaires and all that stuff.
They seen some show enough now.
Darian got this chick. She is thicker than a snicker. All Cedric saw was the booty. He was like, "Ooh, Lord, or good Lord, or something." I was looking at my Lord have mercy. I was like, Cedric, this show about to get you beat up.
I ain't going on no date. I'm married. I've been married a long time. I'm good.
But you looking at GB with excitement in your eyes.
You the one called me there to watch that. I had no interest in watching that. You say, "They come watch this with me." So how you gonna get mad at me for something that you want me to watch? That don't make no sense.
He is. Yes, he is. He is feeling her hard, but she is fun. She talks sexy to him.
Right.
Because a lot of time when you be together, you stop being sexy. You stop being fun.
Yeah. Well, she went on a date and she had sneakers on.
Oh my God. Okay, we not even gonna go to her yet.
Yeah, the sneakers on.
They
so
just
you
sounds like some Temptation Island mess. Yes,
and
kind
no.
of, and
Yeah.
no. Because that premise is not, that show is for single people to do crazy stuff.
Yeah,
This one is,
and they be half butt naked already on that show.
Right.
These people just regular everyday clothes. It ain't like
so they went on a date. He decided to go back on a date with her again. That chick was like, "I don't care." They pretty much dating. And the lady said, that's a defense mechanism.
Right.
Like you do care.
Right.
Because people say that when they don't know how to respond.
Right.
But the girl was fun to him.
Right.
Now,
So go, I guess come.
Earl talking about thicker than cold
peanut
butter. Jesus. Mildred says, moving in together is usually a trial to test the water in order to see if they really can live together. That's what they say, but we know too many people that it don't move past there.
Right.
And then one person you say, "Why mess it up? We already having a good time."
Right.
Now it's people that move in together because they get ready to do something. They get ready to get married and lease up and all this stuff.
Yeah, but they already have discussed all that. It's already worked.
Right.
out.
They're in the process of getting married.
Right.
That's a different thing. It's temptation, but it's a different thing.
Most people move in on that insurance stuff. If something happens, or in the case that something happens,
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Ain't already figured out.
Right. So, guy was ready to sling that thing. Right, girl,
First 20.
she was trying to tongue him and everything.
Trying to get some
At
sugar.
least he
He
said
no. He was
At least
strong.
he was like, please don't do that.
He was strong.
14 years. That's not testing the water. That's sailing around the world. JT, you are
That's
right. All right. So here's one thing I want to talk about that Cedric brought up. Had that been me and him. If you notice that every time the date came to pick the other person up, that's the man and the woman.
Right.
Okay, let's just go to the women. When the woman came to the house, the girlfriend that's on the show
That lives with them.
looked busted.
Raggedy.
Like, even if it's a naturally cute person, just look busted. They not like, and what did you say about that, Cedric?
I said, if that was you and I on there, I know when the girl came, Andrew would be dressed up looking nice. She ain't gonna be looking raggedy. So when I leave, he'd be like,
See,
It's him.
and my kids started laughing when he said that because that's
It's
true.
Yeah.
There's no way. I know that we're on a show about dating. You finna go on a date with somebody else, and when it comes to the house, I'm looking busted. Because if I was a chick that came to the house, I'd be like,
Oh, I got him.
"You want that or you want this?" Like,
Look how she look.
right? Look how she look. Like, I wouldn't be around the house looking like that. Just different stuff. So there's no way you gonna come. First of all, I wouldn't be in these situations. These 12 years slave. I
Not
wouldn't be in there.
even close.
But if I was, there's no way that you would come to the house to go on a date and I wouldn't be looking. If I had to have makeup done, everything else, I'd be so show enough, baby. And don't stop, get it. You ain't the only one. What's it, Kai? You ain't the only one, Kai, that's thicker than a Snicker. You ain't the only one, Kai. Oh, I be doing it. Oh yeah, that would be me. So,
Earl said, my mindset is if we are moving in together, I'm putting a down payment on that car named marriage. Yeah, makes sense to me too.
So
I don't understand it.
She is hot mad about him wanting to go back on a date with her.
Right.
But this is what he said. She was fun.
Right. They had good conversation.
She talked and
right.
They had good conversation. She just was being,
and
she was being a girlfriend.
Right. Wasn't no arguing.
No, he said there was no arguing.
No arguing.
So this is the thing. Sometimes we take for granted what it is that attracted us to our spouse,
right,
our significant other. We forget. We get comfortable.
Especially after a long periodical time.
We get comfortable.
Yeah.
And so you get comfortable, then you start doing stupidness. And like,
or lazy.
Explain what it mean.
The lazy love. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna do nothing. Like, you're gonna, like, even if you don't go out all the time, say you go on a date with your wife, you like, or your spouse or girlfriend, whoever, and then you don't, get right like you used to.
Right. Like, if you know
good, look good.
Right. Take a shot. Like if you said we're gonna go such and such, you just go with your looking like anything. Crazy. When I go out with my husband, I'm finna put on some makeup. I'm gonna do whatever it is that I normally do. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't know if y'all remember me telling you, but years ago I said, Cedric said to me, you put your best foot forward when you go to work. You have on makeup, everything else. When you come home, you done took everything off. Everything is detached and wiped off and looking busted.
Looking crazy.
This is early in our marriage. And from that day forward, that doesn't happen.
That day father.
I don't do that. Not that you don't have days that you don't feel your best. Don't get me wrong. I ain't here with no makeup on. But I know that he likes things that lays on my butt. Like the certain material.
Right.
So that's the material. Like it might be a sundress, but I might just throw it on when there's underneath it. I'm able to move freely around the country, but I'm still eye candy for my husband. If you know what he like, just be sexy in the house. Like don't be raggedy.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
And like you said, you don't expect your wife to like or whoever to look like, they could doing a photo shoot every day, but don't be raggedy every day and don't look sexy no days. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? It's a balance. Right. Look good every once in a while. It would be all right. JT says, sounds like he's saying to his woman that she quit trying.
Well, I think a lot of them say that on this show.
Yeah, I believe so. Like I say, you get comfortable, you get lazy, and you be like, it'd be all
right. Don't feel like they have to put work in.
Right.
Correct. Like when you get married, the work doesn't stop. It is just beginning. Would you agree?
Yeah, you better believe it. Later say, if you think you looking like anything going with me, you can cancel all those plans now and 10 years from now.
Listen, but that's the thing. You don't know how many couples that have come to us and they talking about how the other person just, toe down.
Hey, like you said, ain't even trying to do nothing.
Like you ain't even gonna brush them out.
Like brush your hair, something, get some more shoes, because the one you got ran over with holes in there, something. Put on some smell good, something.
Don't forget on the booty pushing pumps on we ain't wearing no pumps.
No, I need the pumps now.
The way my body's set up,
pumps
is not it. But that's the thing though. But that's the thing, Earl. I used to wear pumps all the time, but right now with what I got going on my body health-wise, I can't do that. But because I know I can't do that, there are other things that I can do to make sure I stay sexy. My glasses fogging up, so I'm sweating.
You gonna turn it down.
Don't worry about it. Amari. So this is about effort.
He didn't hear you.
What you think, Sergeant?
Oh, you better believe it.
So when you are in a relationship, you got to put forth effort. Okay, booty pushing slides. Earl. So listen, but it's the thing, Earl. The way my life's set up, I don't need no booty pushing nothing. I got it already. Thank you. Good night. That's for y'all. For the little booty girls. Little booties matter. That's so funny. All right. So when Alexia went on her date, she had on a half top with her stomach out, jeans, but they didn't like they.
But what she had on it was like a sweater or something.
But I'm saying, but the top and the pants didn't go together. It wasn't like an outfit that flowed.
With some sneakers.
With some Vans.
With no socks on.
Like
your funky feet in them sneakers.
I don't get it. Like, I mean, she's the one who get married, so I'm sure she wanted to be a part of the show. Felicia, what's that? Florencia laughing. Listen, how you gonna go on a date with somebody and you looking busted? If that's what you doing to impress somebody outside, what is you looking like with the man in your house?
I don't know if you noticed, but every time they showed them at the house, she had on sweatpants. You never noticed that?
Yes.
Every single time.
Let me tell y'all something, ladies.
Sweatpants.
Sweatpants is not your friend. Not daily. But when she went to the batting cage, I guess that's a pass.
Yeah, but she didn't know where they was going.
Right, but I'm saying, but she had on, it's the half top. She had on a
sweater or something.
It's but it's a sweater, half top, a tie. But usually you have on like ties or something more like those jeans didn't go with that. I don't know how to describe what it was. I mean, that might be her style, but
the outfit was not winning to me. And that's not first date. Everybody else went on dates, had on dresses that were fitting or a skirt or something like that. The other two, one girl had on.
She might not want to be hypersexualized.
Yeah, but you got to have something that make you. I mean, every woman has a go-to something that they feel comfortable in, that they think they look good and like, oh, this the one.
Right.
And you cannot convince me that it was them jeans and that shirt she had on.
But this is the thing, Lena, it didn't match.
Right.
She had black and white Vans and a peach shirt and jeans.
So that's what I'm saying. So you can't tell me that's
so you could have put on black t-shirt for that.
Right. That wasn't her get it girl outfit. There ain't no way. Look, her entire outfit was a no.
Entire outfit was a no. But hey, listen, everybody got their own swag. I understand that, but I'm trying to understand.
I don't think she knew she was gonna be on TV.
She signed up for a show on TV.
I think she forgot. I think that's what it was. Maybe she was going to the.
But is it me or does she seem mean?
Yeah, she is kind of. Yeah.
Like she is.
She don't smile a lot.
And she's like, like her responses are very
aggressive.
Like,
but this the problem too. I think why I don't think he'll ever marry her, because if you listen to her talk, her whole thing is I'm an alpha female.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that.
I say what I want, and I've been blurting out more. Her whole thing is she's saying whatever she wants. So you could tell that her talk is real disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? She don't, and to me, women like that feel like, well, I'm being weak if I'm not saying whatever. When in actuality, it takes more strength to know when to be quiet and hold your tongue. More discipline, more self-control. It takes
more discipline, always. That's
what I'm saying. To just say whatever. So,
Well,
hush said, yeah, she mean and aggressive.
Yes. So this is the thing. Let's talk about this alpha female.
Yeah.
She said, I'm an alpha female and he an alpha male.
So you'll never get married with that. Never.
Okay. So even the most wild men still have an idea of what they consider marriage is. Right. And being the head is one of those.
Well, not to mention, you have to think about his age too. He's 40. So he's closer to our age group. And that's not how we was raised.
Right.
You know
even if you didn't have a dad in the house,
right?
Your woman wasn't talking reckless to you like that.
Right. You don't want to be married to be arguing all the time. That ain't what you get married for. that's not the move.
But I think that she's saying she's an alpha female was like a good thing. Like, I'm an alpha female, he an alpha male.
That's my point. So you listen to people talk, they'll tell you what time it is.
There's always a hierarchy in anything.
Correct.
Every boss got a boss, unless you own it.
She's not it. But even the bosses have bosses, because if I own a store, my boss is my customers.
Right.
So even if you own it, you still have somebody you have to answer to or make happy, because if the customers don't come in, you can own the store all you want. You're gonna go out of business if you don't have no customers. So
I just say you better say that. I guess it's about her being but that alpha.
yeah, hey man, she'll never be married like that.
Oh, she wants to be in charge. Yes. Listen, I want to be in charge, but then I want you to marry me, but I don't want to conform to what you want with the wife.
Right.
Everyone in the house trying to be a boss. That ain't gonna work. There's only one.
Only one.
Like I submit to Cedric as he submits to God. That's how it goes. Like I can have my opinion and he values my opinion. We talk about it,
Right.
but because somebody told me one time I'm an alpha male. I don't really know what the
Alpha male, alpha female.
Alpha female, Jesus. I ain't even say male.
Female.
I know my voice deep, but ain't no male. Sorry, I take that back.
What's alpha? But look, JT say like y'all made the staple of my life is you want to be right or you want to be married.
Listen, see, JT, I'm glad you listen to something. Listen, people,
you can be right and be single all day long.
Like, so she want to get her point across.
She want to be right, and she's single. 14 years.
Yeah, well, obviously, what we said.
That ring finger still butt naked.
Mildred said, "What the heck is an alpha female? She's so dominating." Listen,
I'm trying to figure out, but she's not, because who she got is an alpha male, and he ain't going for it.
Listen, he is a rapper that
famous musician,
a famous rapper
won
who
Grammy and all that junk.
So he done had every kind of girl come for him just because of the circle that he's been in and who he's been. And those girls know what you're missing. They see those boys. They might know you got a chick, but they see what she ain't doing. Right.
And they are the exact opposite.
And they are the opposite. So he might love you, but I can't marry her. And that is why he said, why stop? I don't want the fun to stop or something like that. He said, but you can tell that whole. Yes, the man is the head, but the woman is the neck that makes the head move. Papa didn't raise no fool.
You better believe it.
That's why I'm saying you men, I'm gonna say real men that leave their house value their wife's opinion.
You better.
He makes the ultimate decision, because if it goes crazy, it's on him. God holds him accountable. However, I can't be around here say something. Well, nope, we ain't doing that. Okay then.
You can, but
lately a lot of ladies. I can't talk.
A lot of ladies. That's kind of a tongue twister.
Right thing, being an alpha female is a good thing. Like, I don't know what alpha female is.
And she said it like that. And that's what, when she said it, I'm an alpha female. He's an alpha male. I was like, oh,
I'm gonna say what I feel, and he gonna.
When she said that,
that's why you single.
That's it. And when you listen, they'll say it. It'll come out.
Cedric always say that.
Always come
we got one more couple to go to, and this one right here just do it for me. Jessica and Eric.
Lord have mercy.
Also, when he tries to explain himself, she stops him and tells him that's true.
Just get to the point.
Listen. Right. Okay, one of the things that Cedric had the biggest issue was respect. If that man don't feel respect, he ain't gonna respect you, and he's not gonna do for you what you would get if you showed him the respect.
Correct.
And it wasn't until I learned that
definitely get married. If the man not only feels but knows that you don't respect him the way you should.
But I'm saying sometimes it come out after marriage, and then when it does, but you won't have a good marriage. Or
that's not the case here, because, like you said, he's such well traveled and been around and dealt with so many people. When you do that, you can kind of tell and know, you know what I mean, when somebody is bucking the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
JT says, as men, we got to reclaim manhood, not being chauvinistic, but there had to be order in the household. Men to earn and keep the respect of being head of the house.
Correct.
That's correct.
All right. Who wants and needs a man that they can listen? I mentioned that they can run. Listen, a lot of women. A lot of women. So here's the thing. We got one last person, Jessica and Eric. Want to tell about them? He is an ex-professional football player. She met him on Instagram.
Is that what they meant? I didn't see what they meant.
On Instagram. They've been together for 4 years. She says 4, he says 3. First of all, there's a problem already.
Right.
He was so excited when he found out he get to go on a date. He went on a date with this chick. First of all, he thinks that he is everything. He is very, what's the word for him?
He's cocky, or I can't think of the other word.
Arrogant.
Yeah, that too.
But here's the thing. He doesn't own the right to be that.
He does. You know, the old folks would say back in my day, it's a poor frog that don't praise his own pond.
Yeah, that's past the frog now. Wait a minute, that's a toad. So here's the thing. He went on a date with this chick that looks similar to her.
And they look very similar.
But he was like, he was talking about how he was dating other people. He was basically telling how he had been a player. First of all, you could tell it turned the girl that he was on a date with off.
Right.
That's when you're very arrogant. You feel like everybody feeling you. Like, never here to point out people's flaws.
No, but what it is to me, he felt like I'm so much of the man. I look so good that they'll overlook my character flaws because I'm me. That's what it felt like to me, because who goes on the first date and tells people on the first date
you've been a hoe,
all this crazy stuff you've been doing? No one who does that. You're supposed to put your best foot forward on your first date.
Earl said he was ego driven.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Narcissistic. That's it.
She said he still have whole tendencies, basically. Right.
Pretty much.
Yes. Narcissistic is that definitely one. Yeah. But listen, to me, okay, did we see the sunroof?
That's a panoramic sunroof.
His whole top of his head is missing. Now, I didn't say you gotta be perfect to be arrogant, but come on, man.
Hey, let me alone. Some people like that.
Your whole sunroof, like
insecurities is what Michelle said. Look like somebody exactly going bald. Thank you all that.
Listen, I mean,
he already bought it. He had some hair put in there. That's hair implants.
So listen, I was doing some trying to get people name on, and I paused it because I was doing something else. And why did I pause it on this? Me and Seth bust out laughing. Can you hold on?
You gotta come back a little bit. There you go.
I paused it and it stopped on this. This the top of his head.
That man gonna sue you for slander.
He on TV. This is TV. This is public. This is the top of his man's head. I'll take H no 400. Homeboy is a joke. Listen, Neapolitan complex, correct. But Mike,
I landed strip. That's cool.
So here's the thing. Okay, so to be fair, not picking at him, I just feel like you cannot be that doggone arrogant with that kind of, and keep on the wave cap.
Hey, you gotta keep it laid down, bro.
That's a can fade,
right?
So
the crazy part, though, I don't think either one of those people are ready.
What's up top of silly missing?
Yeah, for my silly missing. I don't think either one of them ready to be in a relationship like that, to be married, to be honest with you, because she has crazy
insecurity and
trust issues, and he does too. So you can't be married like that and it be healthy and effective and
but when he can't talk. When he went on his date, he was so happy to going, just looking at the girl. She walked and do all kinds of stuff, extra stuff.
Right.
She went, the guy came to her door.
He was tripping.
Slamming the door, like you at the wrong place. She came out with a dress, go back in the room and change, like
that. But to be honest, that's the best I saw her look the whole time. So I can't be mad, like, because the other me, she looked okay all the time, but that's the best. I go on a date with that guy. I saw her look throughout that show. Not personal.
When they met, she was the 4th girlfriend. Oh, that's what he said too. Like,
that's crazy.
I wouldn't be on TV telling nobody that. Even if I was on this show, you know it's gonna make you like a butthead.
But how do you think that make her feel? And you live with that chick. Like, you must not care nothing about her. Nothing. Even if that was the case, I wouldn't be on TV saying
Listen, I know we're on the show to go through this process, but that doesn't mean I have to divulge everything
you ain't gotta do that.
that's raggedy.
Yeah, you pull up, player. Pull up. You ain't gotta say everything. Keep some things a mystery, a secret.
Now, what do you think about the date she went on?
Well, I think that dude is another version of Eric that she was with, but I think maybe he's coming to the realization that he might want to slow down a little
Right,
bit.
because he said he's never had a girlfriend and never been in love. Those are red flags. I don't want the same dude I'm dating right now. At least I know with him I got XYZ.
Right.
So we trying to.
So that's why she said now she didn't want to go on the second date with him.
Well, she said, he's never been
And
in
the
love.
funny thing is, none of the women want to go on the second date.
No, that she want. What the boy name?
No,
LaRonda.
she wanted to, but she said no.
LaRonda want to go on the date, but she didn't want her man in the bathroom throwing up and crying.
But that's all right. That new dude that's coming
Okay,
up,
so
it's gonna be trouble.
have y'all seen the previews for next week?
Trouble.
They are all going on dates at the same place at the same time.
What?
Listen, and the dude that LaRonda was sitting with, he is it.
He one of them magazine brothers.
Yeah, baby, he is a chocolate sex or somebody. And honey, they was giving each other what it was shots or something.
He in trouble.
Baby, he gonna pass out. It's called Put a Ring on It.
Yeah.
It comes on Saturdays on OWN. So season 2, they only had 2. JT,
episodes.
I can text you because it's on YouTube. Even if you don't have OWN, 1 and 2, you can watch them because 3 come on Saturday. Baby, it's gonna be a mess. Because even Kai grabbed Field Mob hand
Let's get up
and
out
she
here.
said no holding hands. He talking about I ain't holding her hand.
She got me.
Not yet because we paused and watch out. Girl,
We
listen,
appreciate you.
you need to finish watching. I'm telling y'all. So I know we got to come on with this because listen, look, Alinda.
That's gonna be.
I know that I couldn't do that. I couldn't have my man in the restaurant with anybody else because the only thing you can do is try to be more pettier. You know what I'm saying? Like
that ain't gonna work for me.
you know what I'm saying? Like he over there feeding you and doing. Be like,
Well, no, we're not doing that. I just met you. Not doing that one. But
what part you want to be doing?
I don't play about my food. I don't want no feed. Now, we've been married 20 years. I don't want you to have feed me now. I take 1 or 2 little something, but don't go crazy.
I need to catch up. What show is this? It's called
Put a ring on it.
Put a Ring on It.
Season 2?
I will put on the page, go to Black Love in about 10 minutes after we close out. I will put the YouTube.
Well, actually, season 1 was a trip too, but
Season 1 was a trip too.
Season 2 is more.
See, if y'all ain't season 1, we can't talk about it because I knew that she didn't want to marry Hollywood. She wanted that other dude so bad, but she married.
No, they broke up.
No, she accepted his proposal because she didn't want to embarrass him.
Right, but they broke up
Because he was extremely jealous.
He had a lot of problems too.
Yes,
But he was kissing on one of the days, wasn't he? If I remember correctly.
I don't know, but
I think he was kissing one of them chicks on one of them dates.
First of all, I don't want my man kissing on nobody else. We not going on no date.
Hey,
Either we gonna be together, or we not.
They just go together, so it don't really matter.
I'm saying
They ain't married. They go together. I don't mean nothing.
well, no,
I'm taking you.
it's on OWN. But listen, go to the page, go to Black Love United in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna put because season 2, episode 1 and 2 are both on YouTube, but I got the one that's from OWN, not with all them crazy zoom ins and out, so you can watch it. I'm telling y'all, yes, she did want. She wanted old boy Kwame.
Yeah.
So anyway, we thank you for coming. We appreciate all the feedback. This was fun.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you that it's called divorce court, not go together court. So ain't nothing you can do if y'all break up. And y'all
That
go
dummy
together.
said divorce court,
they
not
don't-
go together
They
court.
can't go together court. That's my girlfriend court. They ain't got none of that. No, none of that exists. You break up with your girlfriend, oh well. Sorry for your loss.
I've been trying for a minute to get Seth to do a review on a couple things like this, and he wouldn't do it. Yeah, listen, Come back to Black Love. I really in like 10 minutes after we close out, and they episode 1 and 2 gonna be in there. That way, y'all can and comment underneath it. Yeah, it was fun. Like I know we talk about serious things all the time, but this stuff is happening in real life. I know this on TV. I know a lot of us can't see this being us.
These real life couples, though. We ain't making
this real life couples,
right.
And we've seen couples similar.
Yeah, very similar.
Got a man that's very arrogant, and you like, why are you arrogant? And she be head over heels in love.
Little fella.
Men, if you got emotional issues, get help.
Right.
Talk to somebody, get on the couch with somebody or something, because that ain't it.
Yeah, be right here throwing up. If I like it, I'll date it. If I love it, I'll put a ring on it.
Okay. Michelle say, great topic. This was fun. I agree. I think that we're trying to change up a little bit, just, to have some fun too. I know we talked about issues, but this is stuff that real people deal with. We actually have a lot of single people that watch us.
Listen,
so,
you had me watching that jump, boy. That thing tickled me so. I was glad.
Look, she's talking about you got to have a 2-hour discussion. So listen, next week, y'all need y'all to catch up because it's gonna be a doozy next week.
It's going down.
With
basement.
It's going down.
It's gonna be ridiculous. Redonkulous.
Lena, you inbox me after y'all get finished watching, girl. I need to know what Mike say about that. I'm gonna inbox you my number. You gonna tell me what Mike say? Look, what Mike say about that? That's funny. Yeah. You got Mike number, don't you?
I don't know. Maybe.
You so retarded. After pandemic really clears. We gotta do this live. Yes, and we were supposed to do that a couple times. We used to do this stuff. We used to do it like in homes, but we had said that we were gonna do one of these conversations like a live audience. And I agree, we need to do this because hey, this you and said doing reviews would have me hollering. Listen, I've been trying to get him for a while. He be bucking the system. Your brother he's a Thomas, he's stubborn. He's a very good husband, but he's so stubborn. I
got things to do.
I have to give him motivation. Watch YouTube. I have to give him motivation. Or it just happened to be on, or just happened to come on.
I came in there and watched it willingly.
Listen, I kept saying, you ready? He told me, yeah, go get it ready in the room. I'll be in there. I wait about 30 minutes in bed like this. You want to come? He's so raggedy. I'm going to it right now. Okay. Lena called me. Thank y'all for coming. Lord bless these marriages and these relationships that are on here, Lord, that they will have the person that you have for them. Lord, that they will get in a good and healthy relationship. Right. And we cancel some of the enemy over our families, over our men, over our women, over our children. In Jesus' name, amen.
Don't take 14 years to decide you're going to get murdered.
You know what else we didn't discuss, and we can table it to next week?
What's that?
Was Wendy Williams coming for Tabitha Brown. But her baby, she read her so nice that, again, that was a white meat cut.
Right. Just because your relationship messed up, don't mean mine is.
Listen, just because, if y'all ever seen Being Told Off Graciously, that lady got the love of God in her, because it was so like we was broke. She said we was broke 27 years or whatever. We was broke. We did. She was basically said we did all of it together.
Right.
And she was like, I don't want my husband bulletproof rest. Danny Cole, thank you so much. I'm so glad for your feedback.
Right. Glad you tuned in.
We needed the men, Earl, JT, Robert was on here, Danny, Mike via Lena.
Right.
Michelle, amen. Help us, Jesus. Listen, we all have made errors in some aspect of our lives. I ain't get it right before say it, but then God sent me say it. See? I had to mess up to get said. I had to mess up real good.
Lord have the mercy.
Ain't that right, man?
Yes. Michelle said that's a whole topic. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. About how women hate on other women when you're happy.
Right. Well, they say misery loves company.
Like
she can say she read her godly.
I mean,
in that part.
Listen, when I tell y'all, and I know he said y'all can go up y'all nigga. When I tell y'all what did she said?
That was a bless her heart.
Yeah, listen, it was. She said, I pray that love finds you and holds you tight. Talking about you ain't never had no true love. Talking about, and I know you don't understand that. It was so, boy, listen, that thing gave me life.
Right.
Because you can't come back from that. You can't go off on her because she ain't go off on you. All she did was pray blessings on you.
Right.
What you gonna say?
Right.
What is you gonna say?
Go on about your sad little sorry. Oh, brother, say love y'all. Love you too, bro.
Love you too, JT.
Mike, say Richmond Heights. Florida.
Oh God.
Live up from evil, right? He. Daddy say he, Wendy, has no reason saying that. I feel the same way.
You sound like Cedric.
If you don't get Wendell,
Listen, if you don't listen, Cedric said outside. Cedric like that's the dude. Okay, what y'all talking about?
Wendell, sit down somewhere.
Listen, size 18 foot.
Big old wide shoulders. Somewhere sit down. Look, you think she wearing shoulder pads like back in the 80s? She got no shoulder pads, man.
Danny Cole. I love you, but you tripping. You can't join on Cedric, man. I try to get him to get his mind right.
Michelle said, I watched it so many times. Like,
listen,
I
done showed my sister. Listen, I was like, look at this mess here.
Right. That's when you get the spirit of God way down in you.
Mm-hmm. See, the normal response she would get would have been a read, like a, clap back.
Right.
But baby, Kev on stage put a thing said, How to Read by Tabitha Brown. But it wasn't talking about read. It was like a hooked on fun, but it was talking about read.
She better than me because I started mine with sir.
Sir?
Yeah. Sir Wendy, calm down, homeboy.
Y'all about to make me spit this morning.
Like, Sir
Wendy.
I'm sorry that your relationship didn't work out. But
Stop. Sir Wendy.
Yeah.
Sir Wendy.
Mister, if you don't keep my name out your mouth, JT say them linebacker shoulders. We need to all pray for her. She definitely need a lot of prayer.
But listen, but her whole life has been based off other people's misery. But then when that misery came to her doorstep, like 500-fold, like your husband take your money and buy, and he just married the girl. He married a side piece recently, like within the last week.
Oh wow!
He been and bought a house down the street from your house.
For her. With your money. Thanks, Wendy.
Ooh, child.
I'm sorry.
That thing gave me life. I'm sorry, y'all. This kind of stuff Cedric do at home.
Thanks, Wendell.
Danny Cole and Cedric Thomas get it together. We have good fun at home. That's another thing too. Make sure you have fun with your spouse.
Yeah, talking about she's supposed to be at preseason camp. Wendy.
Listen, my husband tell me sometimes he be like, all right, you being a killjoy. Right. When I'm like being too serious, he be like, you being a killjoy. So anyway, y'all have a good night. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's right.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe, like, and share.
Yes, that part. Look, I'm gonna put our YouTube on our page. I want you to.
We gotta start. Well, when I say we, I mean we gotta download some videos to it, so we can have some videos in there.
What did it say? I put my glasses on.
Where's the beef? We all know.
We know where the beef at.
You already know. All right, Fletcher said good night. Good night.
Good night.
We enjoyed you as well.
Boy, this was good. Thank y'all for the conversation. Interaction. Man.
Y'all crazy.
So you're not the only one with the Wendell.
Hey, man, I don't know what you're talking about.
I
just tell that man, leave me alone.
So her husband got tired and wanted some.
I guess.
Want a real hot pocket.
Leave me alone. RuPaul's that you.
Good night. Y'all are crazy. Watch it. I'm gonna put it on our page. Bye.
Yeah, we'll holler at you.
Thanks.